I feel deeply fulfilled with my life. Like like
That's a gift.
it's a gift. It's
That's a
such a
gift.
blessing. It's but it's because I get to do what I love.
Yeah.
And if you look back, we've even kind of talked about it just on this podcast. Stunts, wrestling, hard work, making videos. Like all of this started as a kid. It's the same thing I'm doing now.
And it led you. So when you say you're doing what you love, is that WWE?
It's one of the things, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that being an entrepreneur? Because you're also an incredibly successful businessman. And I do want to learn more about Rip It.
yeah, my collecting.
Yes.
Yes. So I'd say the two things at the moment that I'm most passionate about are number one, WWE, just because it encompasses everything that I'm
And
interested
you
in.
can be whoever you want to be.
Yeah, it's deeply fulfilling.
Yeah.
I get to.
And I'm not sure the audience, I mean, I hope they know and understand, but like you didn't have to. And you asked to become a full-time WWE superstar. Like you have doubled down and committed everything towards being the biggest success you can possibly be here.
Yeah.
And that's huge for our audience because you're committing to them. And that's the difference. And that's what people don't necessarily get. But you're committing to them when you commit to this business. And I just want to make sure that people know
Thanks.
that about you.
Thanks. They're still gonna boo me stuff.
Well, you want them to. You want
Yeah,
them
please.
to boo you.
Yes, please.
Yeah, the worst is nothing. Have you ever heard crickets?
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no. We don't like crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When they put your face up on the Jumbotron and nobody
No. Yeah.
nobody does anything.
No,
That's
no.
that's the worst.
Very bad.
If they boo,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great. Way better than cheering.
Yeah.
Because then how do you keep them cheering? You do one thing, they like it.
Not interested.
No.
Not
It's
my thing.
It's not. So what other parenting advice? Oh, I'm sorry. So you were talking about the things that you love. WWE is one of them.
Yeah, WWE is number one. I am obsessed with collecting, which, by the way, guess what I did as a kid? I collected. Mom, do you remember what I collected as a kid? Yeah, Pokemon cards, rocks. I was a big rock collector. I didn't collect flowers.
Sorry.
Just took pictures of rocks, coins. Like I collected stuff that I thought was cool. Now I'm an adult. I'm doing the same thing.
So can you explain it to me? Because I don't get the collecting
Sure.
business
Sure.
at all. I
Sure.
get the wrestling business, but so teach me about Rip It and Pokemon. And you just sold a card for $16 million.
16 and a half.
$16.5
I got you.
million.
6-year-old Pokemon.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw a very
Most
cute
expensive
video.
trading card of all time.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is huge.
It's the biggest.
And I saw you wearing the card that you sold, I believe.
I wore it out to WrestleMania.
Yes.
Which, by the way, is part of the reason why it's so valuable. It's my
Okay.
WrestleMania debut. This is funny.
Wow,
It's
this is so fascinating.
It is the most expensive WWE memorabilia of all time as well, because technically I wore it out to my WrestleMania debut.
Wow.
Yeah, it shattered all the records. It was a success through and through. So
But
let
you
me.
figured out how to make it profitable collecting.
Yeah. Yes. I always say this. There's a trifecta for me: business, passion, content. If I can do those three things, I am in my pocket. That is where I perform the best. I can do that with WWE. I can do it with collecting, because I found that at heart I am a storyteller, and I have a unique ability to tell really compelling, deserving stories of these artifacts from some of the most successful IP in history. Pokemon being my ultimate collecting passion. I understand people don't get it. I would say let's start here.
Yeah.
Why is a Pokemon card valuable? It's a piece of cardboard at the end of the day, right? Okay, why is money valuable? It's a piece of paper. Why is gold valuable? It's just metal.
It's the value people assign
Bingo.
to
It's assigned value. Pokemon has 30 years now of goodwill and emotional equity that its fans have, and they've structured the business in a way with scarcity, rarity, intrinsic value, and skill sets in Pokemon. And collecting Pokemon specifically has an interesting way to ignite a sense of nostalgia for a lot of people who grew up with this game that meant so much to them. At the end of the day, Pokemon is a franchise, in my opinion, about kinship and going on a journey with your companions and your friends. Who doesn't like going on adventures with your pets who battle on behalf of you? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I had logged so many hours into this game, so much so that when I was 22, I decided to get a tattoo of a Squirtle.
Stop.
Yeah, it's a Pokemon. My one tattoo is a Pokemon. Just because it was the only thing in my life that meant so much to me that I was willing to emblazon it on my body.
Wow.
Then one day I heard about the cards. This was years later, maybe a year later. I heard about trading cards. Gary Vee was like, "You got to look into Pokemon." I was like, "I actually love Pokemon. Let me see what this is about." And I called my financial advisor. I said, "How much money do I have sitting in there getting 5% a year?" He said, "You got about $1 million." I said, "Give me all of it." He's like, "What? What do you mean? This is like your backup." I said, "Give me all of it, bro." And I had to convince this guy to give me my money. He's like, "What are you going to spend it on?" I said, "Pokemon boxes."
He's like, no, you're
No,
not.
you're not.
Cardboard. Yeah, of course they all said no.
Of
They're like,
course. Yeah.
"Hell no, you're not." And I was like, "Dog, it's my money. Give me my fucking money." Bro.
Right. Just give me my money. What am I paying
Withdrew
for?
the money. Bought first edition steel boxes, first edition Charizards. I was going crazy, but making content around all of it.
Yeah.
Because
That makes it more valuable.
that's not why.
No.
No. In fact, that screwed me.
Really?
Yes, because after I made the content, it all went up in value, but I wanted more stuff.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to buy more stuff, but it was now realizing, in my opinion, its true value. It was double or triple what it originally was, because I have this ability, like I said, to spotlight and tell a story around these collecting pieces of history that are are some of the most significant items of the most valuable and profitable IP in history.
Right.
Pokemon's the #1 grossing franchise in the world by a mile. It's not like on accident. People love Pokemon.
Yeah. But you described why. Because it's more than just a game or a figure or a card. It's because of what it makes you feel. Mm-hmm. And that's what matters the
Bingo.
most.
And if you never beat the Elite Four with your Charizard, your Gengar, your Dragonite, your Alakazam, your Machamp, your Onix, hopefully Steelix if you get a Metal Coat, you're not going to know what that feels like.
Right.
Metal Coat with a trade, by the way. It's not easy. And the Metal Coats are hard to come by, because you could also give it to a Scyther and get a Scizor, whatever you want to call it. But you got to make these decisions at a young age that matter.
That matter.
They matter.
They matter. I get it. I get that.
Is
I get
what
that it matters.
Vince looked like when you were pitching your ideas?
Vince looked exactly like that. Exactly. He was like,